Guys, Marvel Fan 45 here, and slight disclaimer before this video: if you think about watching this movie, big warning, it's one of the most disturbing things I've ever watched, so just a little disclaimer there, if you're thinking of searching this thing out. But yeah, today we'll be reviewing Tetsuo the Iron Man. It was released in 1989 and directed by Shinya Tsukamoto. Wow. I guess I'll just get into the plot. If you can tell how shocked at this movie I am, just from the opening, yeah. It's basically about a guy named Tetsuo and his girlfriend who run a guy over, and they go to check if he's okay, not knowing he has this metal disease. They do something. They go back to his apartment, and Tetsuo starts slowly turning into metal. So yeah, that's the plot. So I guess I'll go into the direction. I don't even know how I can talk about this film right now. So the direction is completely insane. So the best example I can use is today, my fourth favorite film of all time right now, Portrait of a Lady on Fire. That film is slow, artsy, beautiful. This film is fast, grotesque, and I wouldn't say ugly at times, yeah. This film is really well directed, and yeah, I mean, it's super fast direction at times, which actually really helps with the impact of the story at times. I mean, the way he uses the fast camera, though, is pretty genius. I gotta give him that. But yeah, this is my first Tsukamoto film as well. I heard about this film from the Asian movie enthusiast. Shinya Tsukamoto is his favorite director. Asian Movie Enthusiast is a great channel. He knows more about foreign film than anyone, honestly. Check him out. But yeah, I heard it from him at first, and I was like, okay, I might look this up. Then my friend Renee, down in the comment section, said it was in his favorite films of all time. Then I started asking random people, like I always do in my comment section, what are your favorite films of all time? Then someone said, oh, my favorite film currently is Tetsuo. And so slowly my urge to watch this movie sort of grew. And today just happened to be the day where it sort of broke out, basically. And I finally watched it. But yeah, just figured I'd tell a little story of how I watched it. Also, the reviews on Letterboxd were crazy. Most of them were 4.5 and 5 stars. But yeah, this film is also indie filmmaking at its peak. It's shot completely in black and white, very Lynchian. Eraserhead, if you know that film. I've yet to see it. I need to buy the Criterion release of it. I'm definitely going to watch Eraserhead, though. But I've seen scenes from it, and the black and white aesthetic of Eraserhead is what reminded me of this. But, this film has a very sort of industrial metal, no pun intended, soundtrack. But the fact that it has an industrial soundtrack is kind of genius because it perfectly fits everything that's going on with Tetsuo. This film is actually pretty genius, honestly. It's my 5th favorite film of all time, currently right under Portrait of a Lady on Fire, which, oh my god, I love that movie, but I'm not going to talk about that film now. But this film is not afraid to show some screwed up things, what's a good example? Okay, the entire apartment scene with his girlfriend. The entire opening sequence may not if you can't take the opening scenes, you probably won't be able to handle the rest of this movie. But it's amazing that this movie is only an hour and 7 minutes and it's this good. Like, this movie is just completely different from anything else I've literally ever seen. Like, it's definitely an indie film, and like, I can appreciate it for that. And the special effects, oh my god. The special effects on Tetsuo and the other guy near the end are amazing. When Tetsuo's in his sort of transformed state, that's true special effects work right there. Like, that's crazy good. And then the black and white, if this film was not in black and white, it would not have near the same impact as it does. If it was in color, I don't think it could impact you as much. But like, the fact that it's in black and white is just perfect. Like, that sets this metal industrial scene for the film. And like, everything about this film sort of culminates together into this perfect metally feeling. Like, it feels grimy and dirty where you're going in this film. But yeah, completely different direction from anything I've seen as well. Like, the use of fog and smoke in this movie is insanely good, especially in specific, well, near the ending scenes especially. This film also has one of the most insane endings I have ever witnessed. And I've seen giallos, honestly. Like, that's probably the most insane. Well, no, Brain Dead had a pretty crazy ending as well. If you haven't seen Brain Dead, check it out. I didn't do a review of it on this channel, but it has one of the goriest endings you'll ever see. In The Lawnmower. Oh my god. Peter Jackson needs to do another horror movie. And yes, the Peter Jackson who did Lord of the Rings. But that's a completely different thing from Tetsuo. But yeah, this film is foreign. You'll have to read subtitles. But like, there isn't a lot of them. Like, this film isn't told a lot through dialogue. Sort of like Portrait of a Lady on Fire again. I'm sorry I keep comparing it to that film. That's just the most recent film I've seen. And it's in my favorite films, but that's... Check out my previous video if you want to see me gush about Portrait of a Lady on Fire for 10 minutes. But, yeah. Tetsuo's direction. I just talked like 3 minutes about the direction alone. The speedy cameras, amazing. Oh my god, love it. The use of fog, again, that's some of the best use of fog or mist in a film. Besides The Mist, The Mist is better in black and white, but that's, once again, another conversation. But, yeah, direction's amazing. The acting is also amazing. The guy who plays Tetsuo, and then the girl, who plays his girlfriend, is amazing. The guy who plays the crazy guy near the end, I don't think the main character's name is actually Tetsuo. Sorry about that. Sorry, okay. But, yeah, the guy who gets infected, his girlfriend, and the guy who plays Tetsuo in the end are crazy good actors, and like, the end just goes to a level of insanity like you wouldn't expect it to. But then again, this entire movie is insanity. Like, this movie is crazy. It's a trip, honestly. And I wasn't even originally gonna upload this video today, but like, I just feel like I feel obligated to. Like, I just feel like I need to put in my 2 cents on the film, considering it is my 5th favorite film of all time now. I didn't rewatch it like the other films I did. Like, all my favorite films I've seen at least twice, but this one, I'll wait till maybe I watch it on the big screen or something before I watch this again. But yeah, literally everything about this film, especially the aesthetic, definitely the aesthetic. The aesthetic is on a whole different level. Yeah. Oh, and then another thing, there's definitely a metaphor here. If you follow my Letterboxd, I did a review of this film, and I had an entire bit where I tried to guess what the metaphor was, because there's a metaphor here, and I swear I'm gonna figure out what that metaphor is, but for now, I do not know what it is, and I don't think it's the obvious one that it's machines taking over the working class. That's just the most obvious one. But yeah, I'm super glad I did this review, because now my love for Tetsuo has increased even more. And I'm really glad I watched another film on my watch list. So, from the 2 films I've watched on my watch list have hit my favorite films of all time. So, I'm pretty hyped to watch another film off my watch list. After watching all the Chris Nolan films and pretty much disliking every single one of them, it was nice to sort of get a break. And I'm done with Christopher Nolan films. I don't believe I'll ever watch one again. It's nice seeing something just completely different from like a mainstream movie. Like, because this movie's the opposite of mainstream. Like, once again, it's 100% an indie film. Yeah. I just love this film. 5th favorite film of all time. I'll definitely be watching another film on my bucket list. I'm debating on doing Belle de Jour, Man Bites Dog, Angst. I don't know which specific film I'll watch, but I'll definitely be watching one. Oh wait, another thing I forgot to mention about this film. So, this film is only an hour and 7 minutes. And that is insane. Because, like, it feels like you're just in this character's life for this long period of time when you aren't. And, like, it doesn't end abruptly either. It ends exactly where it should have. And the fact that Shinya Tsukamoto fit this amazing film in an hour is crazy. But yeah, that's a whole nother discussion. And yeah, that's my review. Love this film, 5th favorite film of all time. If you've got a weak stomach, do not go near this film. Maybe try something else. But yeah, that's my review. Stay safe, stay quarantined, and have a good day.